Spider-Man role of a lifetime, you feel like?
Yeah. Are you kidding? Yeah, 1000%. I mean, I know I have to say that because that's why we're here today, but it's all true.
What was so exciting about being Spider-Man for you?
Showing up to work and getting to be Spider-Man. You know, like there was no, I don't want to go to work today because work was being Spider-Man. I grew up with Spider-Man, and there are pictures of me in a Spider-Man mask at a very young age. He still holds a very special place in my heart. Also, I'm older than Spider-Man. And I just assumed that my chance to play Spider-Man had gone, but no, I'm Spider-Man. Prince of Persia was my first big lead role, and still one of my favorite games to have worked on till now. Because how do you best this? It was an interesting course, the path to Spider-Man for me. 3-ish plus maybe years ago, because of my work with Insomniac, and because they knew me, John Paquette and Jeremy Hall brought me in to do a test, because Insomniac was pitching them for Spider-Man. I think there was some pushback, because everybody was like, well, he's done other stuff for us, and we can't have him do Spider-Man because he just did, the lead in the last game, and that's the guy that he does, and that's not Spider-Man. And John was like, look, but he's an actor. I'm sure we wouldn't bring him in if we didn't think he could do this. Even from there, obviously, it was a process of so many different levels, when you're dealing with a huge franchise for, the hugest media company in the world. So I tried not to put too much into it, because I just assumed somehow that I would get vetoed, or that it just, would go to somebody else. And then when I got it, it was one of those red letter days. It's super flattering to be seen as a 23-year-old when I'm double that in dog years. And they've paired me with a team of amazing stunt people. It's primarily one or two guys, but they make me look so good. I can do the acting stuff and the conversation stuff and the non, jumpy, swingy stuff. And then when that stuff happens, Ross and Seth get called in and they make me look like a superhero, which is great. Keeping the voice exactly on point the whole time is always another part of the director's job. And Brian's always got when he's in the room, he's always like, that was, we're off voice, that wasn't Spider-Man, or that was heroic, but it wasn't Spider-Man heroic. I think there's a lot of my natural voice in it. Like I didn't have to come up with a voice, but I definitely get a little younger when I'm Peter and a little more butch when I'm Spider-Man. But they still have to share, they can't be totally different. So we spent a lot of time really finessing that and massaging that.
Would you be up for reading some famous Spider-Man lines in your voice? Do you want to go through those?
I'm just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Go, web, fly, up and away, web, Shazam! Go, web, go! That's a classic Spider-Man line. It's me. I'm the Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. My spidey sense is tingling. I am vengeance. I am night. I am the Batman. That doesn't even sound right in his voice, does it?
That's the famous Spider-Man line.
Batman. Yeah. I won't let slip how many lines of those are actually in the game.